Philadelphia police, they need your help locating this man. His name is Najee Williams. He's wanted in connection with two separate homicides involving tow truck drivers with the same company. Police say Williams is believed to be armed and dangerous and the owner of a different towing company.
I hope you rot. I hope you rot in jail for the rest of your life.
Just turn yourself in.
Yeah, turn yourself in. Ain't no.
You can't run and hide forever.
Two grieving families with a message now that they have a face and a name. Philadelphia police announcing today Najee Williams is wanted in connection with the murders of 20-year-old David Garcia Morales and 25-year-old Aaron Whitfield Jr., both tow truck operators with 448 Towing and Recovery. Williams, according to police, owns NKW Towing and Recovery, LLC, seen here on their TikTok page. We stopped by their listed address in North Philadelphia but found no signs or vehicles associated with the company. Police say a territory dispute is still a possible motive.
We do have some predatory tow truck operators operating in the city of Philadelphia. I'm here to tell you now, there is no area they own in the city of Philadelphia.
This tow truck war has got to stop.
27-year-old Najee Williams owned his own towing company in Philadelphia. So did the victims. And according to police, that's why 3 young men are now dead, executed in broad daylight over invisible territory lines that don't legally exist. It was a quiet Sunday evening in northeast Philadelphia when 25-year-old Aaron Whitfield sat in his tow truck with his girlfriend beside him. Within seconds, more than 20 bullets would shatter the windshield. His girlfriend, wounded and helpless, watched the love of her life die right before her eyes. But Aaron wasn't the first. 3 weeks earlier, his co-worker David Garcia Morales was ambushed the same way. Aaron had pulled David from his truck, tried to save him, visited him in the hospital. Now Aaron was dead too, and police believed both men were killed by a rival tow truck driver who wanted their routes. Before we dive deeper into this case, welcome to the Conviction Files. When ordinary jobs turn deadly and business rivals become murderers, the questions demand answers. If you believe in understanding the darkness that lurks in everyday life, subscribe and join us. Because Aaron Whitfield's story reveals an underground war most people never knew existed. Here's what most people don't know. Philadelphia's towing industry operates like gang territory, except it's completely illegal. For some reason, they believe they have territory in the city, which we all know they do not, said Philadelphia Police Staff Inspector Ernest Ransom. But invisible borders are enforced anyway. Companies stake claims to neighborhoods, accident scenes, breakdown zones, cross into the wrong area, and you might not come home. Aaron Whitfield was about to discover just how deadly those imaginary lines could be. The first shooting happened on November 23, 2025. Aaron Smith Sims, 26, was hit inside his vehicle on the 2700 block of Hicks Street. Smith Sims worked as a spotter for 448 Towing and Recovery, the eyes on the street, scanning for accidents before competitors arrived. He fought for his life for 6 weeks before dying on January 4, 2026. Police treated it as an isolated incident. They were wrong. Investigators would later pull surveillance footage showing a vehicle circling the block multiple times before the shooting. Someone was hunting him. 29 days later, 20-year-old David Garcia Morales sat in his white F-450 tow truck on Torresdale Avenue. It was 12:17 p.m. Lunch hour, people everywhere. A navy blue Jeep Grand Cherokee pulled alongside. Gunfire erupted. Garcia Morales took rounds to the neck and thigh. The Jeep sped away. 16 witnesses watched it happen. Nobody could stop it. Aaron Whitfield was there. He pulled David from the truck, applied pressure to the wounds, stayed until paramedics arrived. Then he visited David in the hospital, praying his friend would survive. David Garcia Morales died on December 26, the day after Christmas. His family donated his organs, saving 6 lives, but investigators now had something crucial: surveillance footage showing the same Jeep at multiple 448 towing locations in the weeks before the shooting. Someone was studying their routes. And Aaron Whitfield, the Good Samaritan who tried to save David, had just painted a target on his own back. 3 weeks later, Aaron Whitfield was working a Sunday evening shift. His 21-year-old girlfriend rode along, something she did often. At 7:52 p.m., he parked outside a smoke shop on Bustleton Avenue near Knorr Street in Oxford Circle. Surveillance cameras from the Asian Senior Center across the street captured everything. A silver Honda Accord approached. Stolen, investigators would later confirm, taken from the 5500 block of Lansdowne Avenue. 2 men emerged. The first raised a handgun. The second held what appeared to be a rifle. They opened fire. 15 to 20 rounds shattered the windshield in under 10 seconds. Aaron took multiple hits to the head and body. His girlfriend screamed, felt the burning impact in her left leg, watched helplessly as Aaron slumped forward. The shooters didn't check if their targets were dead. They got back in the Honda and vanished into Philadelphia traffic. Upstairs in the Senior Center, 16 people heard the gunfire. Some rounds punched through their second-story windows. Nobody was hit, a miracle in a massacre. First responders arrived at 7:55 p.m. Aaron Whitfield was pronounced dead at 8:00 p.m. His girlfriend survived, but the real trauma was just beginning. His parents, Aaron S.R. and Kimberly Randleman, couldn't reach their son. They called his phone, nothing. They checked his usual routes, nothing. For hours, they drove from hospital to hospital, showing his photo to ER staff. "We couldn't find him," Aaron S.R. later said. "We went to every hospital. He was still dead in the truck." Their gentle giant was gone, and somewhere, a killer was cleaning blood off his hands, believing he'd gotten away with it. Now Philadelphia PD had a serial killer targeting one company. 3 shootings, 3 448 towing employees, 2 dead. Detective teams pulled every surveillance camera within a mile of each scene. They collected shell casings, ran ballistics, tracked vehicle movements. The painstaking work revealed something chilling: methodical planning. The navy blue Jeep Grand Cherokee from the Garcia Morales shooting had been spotted near 448 towings dispatched center days before the attack. The silver Honda Accord appeared on 3 different cameras, trailing Aaron Whitfield's route the week before his murder. Someone was conducting reconnaissance, studying schedules, learning patterns. Forensic techs recovered DNA from the Honda's interior, fingerprints on the shell casings, and surveillance footage clear enough to identify faces. One face kept appearing: a man in his late 20s, athletic build, often wearing a towing company uniform, not a 448 uniform. A rival's uniform. Detectives ran the plates on vehicles connected to the surveillance footage. One came back registered to NKW Towing and Recovery LLC. The owner, 27-year-old Najee Williams. Williams operated in the exact same neighborhoods as 448 Towing. His trucks responded to the same types of calls. He had the same target customers, and according to business records, his company was struggling financially while 448 Towing thrived. Then investigators found Williams's 2019 conviction: aggravated assault. He'd shot someone while they were driving. The pattern was unmistakable. This wasn't random violence. This was elimination of competition. And Najee Williams, police believed, was executing his business plan 1 murder at a time. January 28, 2026. 2.5 weeks after Aaron's murder, the DA's office reviewed the evidence package. The charges came down hard. Murder, multiple counts. Violation of the Uniform Firearms Act. Conspiracy. Possessing instruments of crime. Recklessly endangering another person. Federal partners joined the investigation. Assigned prosecutors were building an airtight case. The evidence linking Williams to the Garcia Morales and Whitfield murders was substantial. They were also examining his possible connection to Aaron Smith Sims's death. But there was a critical problem: Najee Williams had vanished. On February 8, Philadelphia PD held a press conference. Inspector Ransom's words were measured, but clear.
We combed the area for every and any little piece of evidence. We were able to identify that Honda Accord, which was reported stolen. That vehicle was recovered in the area of 5500 Lansdale Avenue. Now, based on the forensics evidence, we were able to determine Najee, again, Kashawn Williams, was at both locations and committed both crimes. Once again, we need the public's help on locating Najee Williams. If you know where he's at, do not hesitate to call 911 or call our tip line at 215-686-TIPS, and you can remain anonymous.
The message to Williams: we know who you are, we know what you did, turn yourself in. Williams ignored it. Police distributed his photo everywhere: social media, news outlets, wanted posters. Federal marshals coordinated with agencies across Pennsylvania and neighboring states. The reward, $20,000 for information leading to arrest and conviction. The warning: armed and dangerous, do not approach. Philadelphia's towing community was terrified. Drivers started checking their mirrors obsessively. Some quit the job entirely. Others armed themselves. The invisible war had finally become visible, and everyone was afraid of who'd be next. As of today, Najee Williams remains at large. Every day, investigators receive tips. Every day, they chase leads. And every day, 3 families wake up without their sons. David Garcia Morales' mother can't stop thinking about Aaron Whitfield pulling her son from that truck, trying desperately to save him. "I just want justice for my son and his friend," she told reporters. Kimberly Randleman, Aaron's mother, speaks directly to the man police believe killed her son. "Why would you do it? What's the purpose? Not only are you upsetting Aaron's parents, you're upsetting your own parents. Just give yourself up." But the question haunts everyone: how did towing routes, invisible lines on a map that don't legally exist, become worth more than human life? Aaron Whitfield was 25. He loved his job. He helped save his co-worker after the first shooting. Then he became victim number 2. David Garcia Morales was 20. His organs saved 6 lives after his death, but he should still be here saving lives himself. Aaron Smith Sims was 26. He died on January 4, and police are still investigating whether Williams killed him too. The Philadelphia DA's office has filed murder charges. Federal marshals are hunting. The $20,000 reward still stands. But until Najee Williams is found, the case remains open. The families remain in anguish, and the invisible war over Philadelphia's towing territories continues. Najee Williams is 27 years old, approximately 510, 170 pounds. He was last seen in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. He should be considered armed and extremely dangerous. Do not approach him, but if you know where he is, call Philadelphia police at 215-686-TIPS. You could earn $20,000 and help 3 families finally get justice. What do you think drives someone to commit murder over towing territory? Could this be happening in other cities too? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And remember, sometimes the most dangerous people aren't who you'd expect. They're the person in the rival tow truck, the competitor at the accident scene, the business owner who decided killing was easier than competing. Until next time, stay safe, stay vigilant, and we'll see you soon with another case that demands answers.